There we go. The hell was I doing last? I do not remember what I was doing. What the hell do I have? It's 2 pounds over, apparently. Did I have a mission? Ooh, as much as I like that one, I do want to know what's sneaking up on me. That's the wrong one. What the hell? Oh. Man, everybody's trying to do that mission. I, however, don't remember where the hell I'm supposed to get those coats. I know I need to get or kill ghouls for them, but I'm kind of bad at finding them. Oh, here? Dropped connection. Well, why not? It's a ways away though, so if I start from my camp, oh, I can't. It's blocked, of course. No, don't like that Fisher site. Fast travel to Fort Atlas and continue on. I wouldn't mind booking it in that direction. Just the amount of enemies, though. Scorched beasts, ugh, pain in the ass. Oh, well, though. What's the worst that could happen? Actually, no, don't answer that. Don't wander on that topic. Everything can go wrong. Especially in this game. Well, straight out then. Okay. Oh, really? Not gonna let me grab him, but you'll blow up. Well, things can always be worse. Oh. I was gonna say, what happened to him?
Whatever it takes.
I apologize, but I do need these.
Maybe I should join up. You know, fight the bad guys. Do some good for once. Make a difference.
Should I report directly to you now, or you...
Oh, okay. At least those don't blow up. Not the first time I've dealt with rats. Mole rats, whatever. I will hold on to those for the event that I eventually run out of food. Even though it's everywhere in my case. Literally everywhere. What is that? Sledgehammer. Is that a stealth boy? No, just a bunch of batteries and a switch. Can I can't flip it. What the hell? What is this place? Probably the death of me, in some way. More than likely the death of me. There's Nanny. Oh boy. Where'd she go? Where'd that Miss Nanny go? Thought she was somewhere around here. You move fast. I have no idea how you manage, but you do. Hello?
Oh, there you are. I have been looking all over for you, little one. You had me so worried. But now you are here, and it is time for a story. So please, get comfortable and listen. Hello? Where are you? Don't be afraid. Yes, dearie? Okay. Are we ready? Once
I just
upon
drank.
a time,
Go for it.
there were 3 little pigs who left home to make their fortunes and see the world. The first little pig built his home out of straw because it was fast and cheap, and then he could go off and play.
Okay.
The second pig built a modest house
I know
out
where
of
the story's
sticks
going.
and wood, which was still quick and cheap, but offered more protection from the cold. The third pig built a house out of bricks, for even though it would take time and money, it would be sturdy and last for many years. The third pig also purchased a General Atomics International Mr. Andy robot to help with daily chores around the house, which is a
here's the
sound
advertising.
investment. One day, a hungry wolf came across the house made of straw and smelled the dirty little pig inside, because it had no Miss Nanny to help bathe it. Little pig, let me in, said the wolf. Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin, replied the pig. So the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house down, and the pig ran off to join his brother in the house of sticks. The wolf came across the house of sticks and wood, and smelled the 2 little pigs inside. Little pigs, let me in, he shouted. Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins, replied the pigs. So the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he blew their house down, and the pigs ran off to join their brother in the house of bricks. Now the wolf came to the house made of bricks. Little pigs, let me in, or I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down, he said. Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins, replied the 3 little pigs. The wolf huffed, and he puffed, but no matter what, he could not blow down the brick house. So he got an idea, and climbed onto the roof of the house. The wolf climbed down the chimney, but the pigs were waiting with a pot of boiling water over the fireplace. The wolf fell in, and the 3rd little pigs, Mr. Andy, made a delicious wolf stew for them to eat. The end.
Okay. Well,
Yes,
at least I
dearie?
don't have to worry about food. Thank you. Can
Yes,
I...
dearie?
Is that it? Okay, well, you have a good one. Hello, where did you go? Where'd the frog go? Oh, I love the frog. Wait. I love these frogs. They're a little unorthodox, sure, but they're freaking awesome. Look at them. Hello! I don't know what they're doing here, but almost looks like a cross between a porcupine, and then he's got the little charge going between them. He's got, what is that, 4 legs? Okay, yeah, hind legs look almost very similar, but it's those front ones. Look at that. Look at the claws. the change in pigmentation, the fact that he's glowing. Ah, freaking awesome, I tell you. I'm bringing him with me. Yes. I will keep him safe. Oh shit. You know, this sort of begs the question. What am I nearby? Grief. This will work for now. At least it would have, had I. Ooh. I'm sorry. I get thrown off by like the simplest changes and shifts here. Normally in this area there's like rad toads and the occasional scorched, hell, even a frickin' scorched beast in some cases. I really don't want to go toe to toe with that. I don't know why it looks so creepy here. It's almost eerie. Turning on the radio would immediately let anyone that is in my vicinity know where the hell I am. I really don't want to do that. Pretty sure I've been here before. More than likely. Well, I mean, I've discovered it already, but it won't take that long. Just wish I could see more from back up there. Is it explosive? Consume. See how he likes that. Throw it back. Not happening. Boom. Did nothing? Really? I see him there, and I know he's gonna hit me. I don't have any explosives. Shit. Scourge has them. Well, they know I'm here. Yeah, I know I'm in danger. $783, really? It's not as fast. The next chance I get, I'm gonna need to make more 308.
Calm down. It's nothing as usual.
Should've gone for the wine.
There ain't nothing good out here. Nothing nowhere. It's all shit.
Frank the Butcher. I'm pretty sure I put his head on a pike before.
I hate this place. Hate goddamned everything. Who goes there?
Now I know where some of them are. If I had a suppressor. Butcher? Jesse the Hook. What the hell? What kind of place is this?
Bored. Where'd I put those chems?
You shouldn't be fucking around on the job, my guy. That's bad. You don't see me. You don't see nothing. If I had some explosives... That was my fault for not taking them earlier. And I had the chance.
I'm gonna do it. Oh, insects are turned, I swear I'll do it.
How did you not see that? How did you not hear that? Scooby-Dooby-Doo-Wah, Scooby-Dooby-Doo-Wah. This is getting kind of dodgy. Was not hoping to fall like that, but for now this will do. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Yeah, not gonna step on that if I can avoid it. Where did he put those chems? Take that, take that, take that. That should have hit me. Maybe it's because I didn't. I'm sneaking through it. I don't set off most traps when I sneak, if I remember. Please tell me I can't grab any of these. Okay. It's fine. Don't need that. Do need that. Why? I don't know why I'm whispering. This isn't even that tense. If push comes to shove, I can fight them all. It's never been a problem for me. I have the armor to back it up and the firepower, clearly. There better be a place to scrap all this. So I don't think it'd be a good idea for me to take it all the way to the place that I need to go to. Ooh, buff tats. That's always good. Frank's what? Frank's fine radstag redemption. Get as much radstag meat as you can get your hands on. Cut it into nice fat chunks, just enough potatoes to thicken the gravy. They bring a richness you wouldn't believe. Splash of bourbon here and there while you're cooking won't hurt. Some foul water ties this together and tenderizes the stag meat. And it all breaks down. I find the smokiness of an open flame works wonders with the delicious stag meat in this stew. Whatever bourbon you aren't going to drink is going to help your flavors mix and mingle till they cook up into something that'll keep your belly warm and make your toes tingle. Interesting. Oh, I can make that. I just drank my bourbon. But I don't have any potatoes. Let's hope I can find some in here. Somewhere here. Somewhere. Cook. Who are you? Who are you? Really? None of those? Oh, here we go. Refer? Wait. Oh, there's refer. Nope. Fault. How come I didn't see those before? Frank's log. Frank 1. That Jessie sure thinks she's smart, but she ain't smart like Frank is. No, she ain't. This little hussy put something in my tasting bowl to make me sick. Then, when dinner time rolls around, she's serving Jessie's country Mirelurk boil. Well, okay then, Jessie. That new guy, boy, he can sure cook. Oh, we did tell him he'd be off dishwashing duty soon, so I feel kind of bad leading him on like this, but damn, he's a good source of material. I tried some rat stag soup he stewed up the other night. Warm, hearty, and delicious. Folks around here are going to wonder how I keep doing it before long. Okay. And Jessie's log. Decided to start this new guy who wants to work as cook here one day. Shows potential for sure. Well, what do you know? Since we brought him up on I can't fucking read today apparently. Since we brought him up on last week, Frank seems to have an endless supply of new recipes. Sure is strange behavior, serving the dishwasher's food. Frank has been making a fuss over me serving what we made for dinner last night. Claims I poisoned him so I could brag about the food he made. That guy will go on about anything. One time we made something a little spicy and he was complaining about his tummy well into the morning. And number 3. Well, Frank, tonight is your night, brother. Oh yeah, everyone's going to know who served up dinner tonight. See, I have no idea what he was rambling about the other day, but tonight, Chef Frank is going to serve up something mighty tasty and mighty toxic. This whole damn compound is going to be puking their guts up. It's back to dishes for you, sir. And this was all over who gets to cook. Ooh. Thankfully, now I can see and it's not fucking foggy as hell. No potatoes, though. I know there's someone here. There's at least 2 people here.
Still
Bourbon?
alive. How am I still alive?
Very good question. I can fix
How
that.
did I get to this point?
Where in the hell did I get a cannon? Why was... Hold up. Oh, I'm sorry, let me just put this all on hold real quick and check out... How many cannonballs did I just get from that? 30.
Goddamn everything.
Is he here? Come on. Wait a minute, can she see me? Oh shit. Not she, he. Where in the hell? He was just right there. Okay. Just keep moving.
Look at the thighs on this one.
The fuck is up with her leg? Oh shit! Where did she go? She's gotta be right here. Oh! Bitch! Give me that shit. Ooh, 100 fuel. I'll keep that shot back for Scourge. He might like it. Come on. Can I not go through? There we go. Deathclaw hand. And a rad scorpion stinger. Huh.
I hate my thoughts. I hate my thoughts. I hate my thoughts.
Could always be worse.
I'm ready to play.
Oh shit! Lost about half a shot there. These are explosive shots. They should be getting them even with a bit of blast damage. What the hell were they shooting at earlier? Damn, empty. Dishwasher Steve's note. These chumps started me washing dishes, telling me I'd be running the kitchen in no time. Guess they figured it's easier to use my recipes and keep me down here cleaning up after them. No matter. I still find time to cook, and I'm keeping the good stuff to myself from here on out. All I'm saying is, it sure would be a shame if anything happened to them. You know, I'm starting to get a pretty good idea of what my next secret ingredient might be. Everybody's against everyone. The fuck? Why are there so many? Oh, because this is the dishwashers area, duh. Why am I grabbing them all? Stew pot. Physics are a thing, apparently. Just don't Oh shit. Hello, Andrew. More shenanigans in the post-nuclear world? You betcha. I'm actually reading up on some shenanigans of a dishwasher man by the name of Steve, who held a bit of a grudge against those he was working for. Understandably so. They told him he would run the kitchen. They've had him, like, fucking running the dishwasher since. Running as the dishwasher, I should say. And taking credit for some of the shit that he's been doing, so understandably pissed. However, he's kind of disappeared here. There was a guy walking around, either a chef. Ooh, potatoes. I really need a the fuck? No, it's actually a dude. He was running around. There was a guy running around here. He went somewhere. He shot at me like once or twice, and that was pretty much it. Can I not grab that coffee pot? I guess not. Chef hat. There we go. And lovely salt. Can I please cook? There we go. I just actually got a new recipe that I was hoping to try. Oh. How are those, if you don't mind me asking? Pepper. Guitar sword. Getting the Scourge detection system up. Oh, I see. Ooh, and a war drum. There were a few missions, I want to say. I think I may have already done those? Not 100% sure. Hard as fuck because the mire is full of stupidly large enemies. Oh, yeah. Every time I'm down there, I usually run into the not scorched, the Mirelurk Queen at least once or twice, I think. She's not really a pain after a certain point, just annoying, because she usually, even if you're sneaky, she'll pop up anyways and scare the crap out of you. Keep getting ambushed by random vengeful Mothmen. Yeah, those are going to be a pain. I had just gotten some sort of like a fucking recipe. One thing I have found is that... Hello, Scourge! Also doing the astronaut lady's quest and the random dude that comes to visit her spawned on my cabin's floor. For me, I ended up having to break him loose. That and he kept leaving my door open, which would mean that I would get shot heavily. Hello, Senor Scourge.
Hello. You had to break who loose?
The what?
I heard you had to break somebody loose.
Yeah, I'm streaming right now, and Andrew was saying that he's doing one of the companions, if you will. Like there's a mission that one of your companions has to do. She's an astronaut, and as she's out there, she didn't know about the war, and so when she came back down, it was all very jarring for her. And there was there's this whole mission, but long story short, that she has a person that she's in contact with, who was a part of the program that she was in, who knew about a bunch of shit that the program was doing, basically pulling a vault tech experiment of sorts, and didn't say anything. He was a very, kind of creepy dude. But in the end, he'll come around and visit at times, and he's just all around annoying in my book. In the sense that he always spawns in some awkward place, or will fall through the floor, and then leave doors open. So it's a little difficult at times to to actually work with him.
I see.
Yes. How about you, though? How are you holding up?
Doing a lot better
You're
than I
doing better?
was. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better than I was yesterday. Not yesterday,
Earlier.
earlier.
If
It
you...
was random too. Like, I guess I don't know. Actually, now that I think of it, it wasn't really random. I was just playing it cool till I got home.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got into a few because okay, so today, I actually got my friend, I guess the guy I was telling you, Mr. Krabs, basically got him, made his word and got me, my paycheck. I mean my pay raise. So I'm thinking, okay, bet maybe I got, how much did I get? I go look and my friend was like, "Oh, he gave you $1.75 pay raise." On one hand, I was like, on one hand, I'm like, well, he did give you the pay raise,
Mm-hmm.
but on the other hand, the other part of me was like, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I get is
For, like,
fucking
all your time, effort, and such.
yeah. And so I'm like, okay, I'm like, what everyone else get? Like, everyone else got like, well, people who he promised was like a 12. One of my friends, well, I guess one of the persons he promised was like, oh, he'll be paying like $12. He went from being working $10, like from I think like 10.50 to like 11.50. So I'm like, so you telling me we've been through raw sewage? I get yeah. You telling me I've been through fucking raw sewage, super low staff, being cussed out by goddamn customers, shit not working in our store, back and forth, and all we get is a dollar pay raise, and I guess my mind was really overthinking. I was like, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, part of me was happy that I got the pay raise, but the part of me felt like I got like he gave me like I asked for a pay raise and then he just gave me a 62-cent pay raise. And so I'm like, okay, what do the newer employees get? Oh, they get $13 an hour. I'm like, oh. So everyone who's been here working here over a year gets shit. Just gets it to like, yeah, gets a small cut. But the people who start working here, oh yeah. They start off with $13 an hour.
People who've been there the longest get shafted the fucking hardest by the sound of it. Shit.
Yeah, and so I'm like, and I know, and she was like, she's like, I know, you look like you're very upset. I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Chi. I'm at the urge of, I just want to drop everything and leave. And so she's like, I know you want, she's like, maybe you explain. I said, what is there to fucking... He has to have a really good explanation for me to not do that period. And I need a really good explanation of why I got $1.75. Like, again, that's not bad, but I was just like, okay, you have all these people who are coming in, and all these, new people, all these people, have worked here. Yeah, some of them are new, and some of them, are like, returning people. And I'm like, so you get those people, who I feel like they're not gonna last as long as every person does. They'll get this big old pay cut, and then eventually they fucking leave over before 3 months even hit. So I'm like, you get all these people who, 75% chance they're gonna actually dip. Well, you give the people, people who've been longer, who's tried to, who's been through I want to say the aftermath of our store, they dilly squat. The thing is, okay, here's, as a token of thank you, here's your $1.75. I'm like, so I guess my mind just had to, like, I haven't told my family about it because I was like, I don't want to prove, my mom, maybe it's time for you to leave the store. And I'm like, because the only thing I'm thinking, the only reason why I didn't get it is either, most likely is because I don't have food license and, I'm not a manager. But I was like, hold on. But I don't understand why a couple of, why one of your employees who you promised they're gonna work $12 just got, here you go, here's $11.50. It's like, are you for the 55? I'm like, are you
fucking bare minimum? Not even. That is below.
Yeah.
It's almost like he went and he, like, playing Jenga here. Like, how much can I reasonably pull before shit hits the fan?
Cause it's so, and I'm like, like I said, like, I went from mad, I was mad to be like, you know what? I'm not surprised. It's Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs was selling my soul for a couple of bucks, and I'm like, I find it ironic because there's nothing that this guy will do to get, I guess, a quick buck. Cause I'm like, we have fucking, like, okay, so like one day, or no, a couple of days ago, we basically we're to the point where we're like, raw sewage is coming out this certain part of the drain.
Ooh.
An average person, if the employees can't fix it, that's a little bit like, maybe we should close down the store. Maybe. He goes, and I guess tells my manager, I guess, apparently there's like a sewage problem all over our district area. So we're not the only ones having this raw sewage problem. So I'm like, so is he expecting us to work? Because,
if you got a sewage problem, that's a fucking hazard right there.
Exactly.
If shit's coming out, like literally coming back out, what are you gonna do? Wait till it spills over and then what? Get buckets?
Because the last time, like I said, we had a raw sewage problem in the summer, which was like, I think it was like around July. It knew it happened for 3 whole days.
Oh.
Now, a 3 whole day raw sewage is when you would think that that's the instant, yeah. Because it was to the point, I'll say our store, the sewage was so bad that when we try to drain the water inside the sink, it would geyser from one of the holes inside the other, inside the other area. So while it drained from the sink, it would like gush. It would literally make a geyser from one of the draining pipes from from certain areas. And our GM at the time looked at us. She's like, because it was to the point where the sewage hit my ankles. I had to buy new shoes. Like, the flooding was at my ankles, and our GM and her bosses was like, "Oh, I didn't think it was this bad." We send
Even
by
if
the way,
it,
we send her pictures and videos. All that we even showed her that when it gushed out. One moment we started drain. Anytime you drain the sink, it gushes out. It made a weird fucking sound, and I'm like, you kind of lucky. All of us didn't sue you, store. You're
you
real,
should have, my
real.
guy. I'm
We should have.
sorry, but like with all this
But
shit that's like that you're telling me right now, past, present, and more than likely future, I'm surprised the place hasn't fucking gone down yet.
I'm surprised either, because our building. Here's the thing. Our funny thing is, our building is old. Like the building is, I don't know how old, but it's old. Like really, really old. To the point, like it's to the point where like our store. I don't know if our store is one of the oldest stores, but even if it is the oldest store, like none of the higher ups kind of like. It's one of the things that our GM would do something about it, but the higher ups are kind of like, it can't be that bad. But the moment, but it's all kind of fun and games until like they start like it's funny. The moment was our certain sales are not up in a certain day, they will question that. So I'm like, oh okay, so if sales are not good, y'all question that shit and y'all get upset. But if freaking the store catches on fire, you kind of just be like, it'll be fine.
Keep working. You'll be okay. You can do this.
It's so like because we have a thing called the Rock, which is kind of like the health inspector. And there's been, like I said, I ain't gonna cap. Like there's been times where we just question like, yo, I swear to God, if the health inspector came into our store and they just saw fucking raw sewage just gushing out, they probably wouldn't even. They don't even want to fail. Like they'll probably just look at it and turn the fuck around and be like, yeah, we're shutting the store down the next day.
They would shut you fucking down right then and there. Like
Yeah.
no sweat.
Just
Like immediately, just
like,
take. They would look, just take one look. They don't even have to take a look. They just hear that shit or smell it and just no, no, no.
cut.
Like, that's a
Shut
fucking
this.
problem.
Shut this. Yeah, like our freaking like fryers, have caught on fire. We've had a bunch of shit. Like, yeah, we had our fryers catch on fire. We also had we have machines still not working. Like we have a fryer that's been broken for almost over 2 years now. I forgot the main reason why it broke. Will they fix it? No. You would think they would, okay, maybe we should replace it. But it just seems like every time we call in somebody to replace it, they just don't, it's one of those, like, I guess whatever boss or whoever was, in charge of our, like, area at the time, don't tell the other person, oh, by the way, yeah, this place needs this and this and that. It'd be like, well, this person will find out eventually.
They
But
leave
it
it to
doesn't matter.
function just enough to which the next person has to deal with it.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because, like, if it's funny because, like, I mean, I know customers, I know, like, some people would do everything in their power for food. I remember like, when the raw sewage happened for 3 whole days and we had to still work, because it would do, like I said, it would guys up and then it would drain down, but it's like, it didn't do it, it's like, it still needed to be fixed. And so, I remember when it happened, when I first came into work and it happened and we were sitting outside, we got a complaint from corporate because a customer came in and was like, I guess she complained about like, oh, how come, no one's serving food? I'm like,
We're handling a fucking situation over there.
like, I'm thinking like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, like, you were really, I'm like, you really want to taste the taste sewage?
You
Because
want
we had,
a literal back fucking wash here, shit and all, with that. But I mean,
like,
in my mind, the bigger question would be, why is that what gets their attention? Here y'all, man,
see,
y'all
yeah,
ain't
and
selling as much. Like, we got a fucking situation over here. It's like, but y'all ain't selling. Like, the fuck, yeah, we're not gonna sell. What do you
it was
expect?
it's like that SpongeBob. There's icicles hanging on the ceiling. I don't care if Santa Claus came here early. No one touches the
Touches the
thermostat.
thermostat.
It's like I'm just like, and customers were getting more like each customer got more and more pissed. Like we had the dude who looked like Santa Claus, kind of was really furious with us. Like you
Santa
can't
Claus
sell
got a bone
any
to pick with
chicken.
every single one of y'all.
Yeah. There was like I said, this dude comes in, looking like he had the Santa Claus beard, and he was really upset. Like he was like, "Well, how come you guys can't give me any chicken?" And it was to the point where the stench was kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, the stench to me was so bad that I feel like even Darth Vader didn't want to fucking go in that. Like it was
Darth,
bad.
Darth Vader, yes, with his pressurized suit and fucking ventilator. Oh man.
That's how he dies. He doesn't die by fucking Emperor Palpatine. He dies from that. And
Fucking
the lady,
stench.
yeah, people were just like, "Well, how come you guys are not serving any food?" I'm like, y'all really telling me y'all really want sewage food? Because if we serve it to y'all, y'all just gonna end up complaining, or even worse. I don't know if y'all gonna get sick, but if y'all do
Food
get sick, now you
poisoning.
can complain. Oh, they gave us, really bad food.
Why'd you fucking order it, you dingbat?
Are people here? I mean, like, I mean, like, you seen like, shit. I've seen, people, like I've seen, you see those Gordon Ramsay or people like, upset over like chicken or whatsoever. But then I'd be thinking like, well, if they can't serve the food, then I'm sorry, there's nothing you can do about it.
You know, I'll admit, I used to think for some time after seeing those like Gordon Ramsay, like videos and all that, like, how do y'all fuckers cook like this? How do you live like this? They just do it. By the sounds of it, you roll with it because nobody else seems to give a fuck.
Yeah. To the point where our store, like, people just like, yeah, we got to the don't give a fuck type of like attitude, to the point where like, if something catches on fire, I mean, we'll call the fire department, but then it
You gotta
wouldn't
be
matter
right back
because
in there.
yeah, like the area coach would be like, oh, it's caused because of this and that. Well, if it's broken, why don't you get fixed? It's not that we'll find a way to to make it work. And I'm like, so you're telling me, and it's funny because the people, each area coach that I've ever like seen or even like hired to work or drive these fancy cars, I was like, so you're telling me you have enough funds to buy these, this nice truck or a Tesla, you can't fix your fucking store? And also, if you're expecting us to fix it, like, I can't do that. Like, it's to the point where, like, our store, like, okay, there's a lot of, like, health codes apparently we're not supposed to do. Like, we're not supposed to have a hose in our store. But the higher ups basically, like, for inspection, we have a way to, like, hide the hose. We put it on, like, underneath the trash bin and shit like that. And one of the area coaches kind of just cut it up, just cut the hose. And we were pissed. Because we're like, we had a system, and then now, all of a sudden, we can't do nothing about it, because, again, it's a lot easier to clean. They're like, well, it's against health violations. I'm like, how? It's just a garden hose. It
What's the
cleans
problem?
yeah, like, even if so, we figured out a way to, to cut, we figure out a way to hide it from, from the rock. It's pretty simple. But our store, like I said, man, like our store. I don't know if it's just our store. Well, our store is not the worst store, but it's one of the. I mean, we have. That's what it is. Our store is not known for like rude, employees. That's another store that I won't talk about on stream. But
I mean, you can go ahead, my guy. I don't get monetized. I don't get shit from YouTube. Yeah.
But I'll talk about that later. But our store is another. But our store, like, we have good employees. It's just that like we're one of the most nicest stores. Like, well, to the point where there's sometimes we won't charge. Like, if you're a really good person, we won't charge you. Like, I'll put in an extra, like, if they order like a 3-piece tender, I'll sneak in a 4-piece. I'll give you an extra tender, 1 or 2. Depending if you were in a good mood. If you were having a, being nice with it. But our store is just old. And the funny thing is that like they'll tell us like, oh, do you like working here? And sometimes some people will be like, oh, this is pretty good. I like it here. And I'll be straight up like, I don't know why you be lying to them. I'll be like, I hate it here.
You can't pay me enough for the shit.
I told Javi because one day Javi was like, do you like coming, working here? And I was like, I said, Javi, do you really want this answer? He was like, yeah, be honest with me. I said, I hate it here. I'm like, I hate this store with a passion. And he's like, well, what's wrong with it? Nothing works. Our store has a motto of, when something gets fixed, something else gets broken. And he's like, oh, I mean, like, is it that bad? I said, Javi, one of our coolers is broken to the point where it doesn't even cool out air. It's just another oven.
Oh, what the fuck?
So when
you put the shit in there just to keep it warm?
Yeah, it just keeps shit warm. To the point we'll joke about it. It's like, damn, like we have no place to put food. So how about we put it in the cooler? And so, because it does keep it warm. Like, somebody put, like, I remember a person from another store put fries in there, and it just came out fucking moldy and shit. Someone put biscuits in there, and it smelled like, it wasn't edible, but it smelled like buttery cookies. And so, it's either that, or we'll run, like I said, or one of our fries has been fixed in a couple, for years now, and he knows. He'd be like, oh, okay, well, we'll try. I'll try to get it fixed. And then we'll be sitting here like, okay, when?
Fucking like Mike Wazowski meme, like, okay.
Like, it's so, one of our fryers isn't, you know how bad a fryer has to be. It's so bad. One of the fryer that hasn't been fixed for years. It's so bad that the rack that we put the chicken on, to keep it all nice and balanced, it's black. Like, I'm talking about, it's the oil in that is so black. I can see my reflection. It's not even abyss black. It's like, damn, I can see my freaking reflection.
I didn't know I had a mole. What the fuck?
It doesn't even look more like, I didn't know oil, like I said, it looks so jelly like. I didn't know oil can get like, that bad. Like, it doesn't,
viscous, like almost jelly, like gelatin. You mean, or
yeah, like
teriyaki sauce,
like pudding.
Teriyaki sauce. Hold up, like if you've been to Panda Express before, like that's almost what it sounds like you're describing.
I don't think I've ever been. Yeah, I don't think I've ever tried Panda Express, but yeah, it would basically be like that. That's basically what it is.
The fuck?
Like, I know, like today, one of our back of our sinks, like, we have this mop bucket station basically. Like, Byron had one of our old managers had a rule: do not put any, because you're supposed to put like any chicken blood, chicken juice and shit like that inside of the inside the mop station. Because you're not supposed to put it inside the sink because it does clog it. But we stopped doing that because Byron goes, "Hey, if you put that in that sink, I'm just gonna let you know this. Um, it's gonna clog." And I always kept that rule, and like one day I didn't do it, and they say, "No, I understand." So it's to the point where like our sewage pipe just needs to be clean, and Javi refused to fucking get a professional to get it clean, because again it smells like it smells like ass, like liquid ass, like
That is a thing, by
death.
the way. Liquid ass.
Yeah, like I've never smelled liquid ass before, but if that's what fucking liquid ass smells like, then yeah, sign me the fuck up. Because again, it shouldn't get to that point, but it is to that point. Because what the fuck? Cool. Like it's one of those, like, I'm sorry, but like I feel like if I was like a higher up, like, yeah, regardless, if I have to constantly make money, if I have to constantly, having to upgrade shit to make our employees and our customers better, I mean, our employees, our store better, then yeah, I would spend the money for it. But it's just to the point, like, it smells really, really bad, and we're afraid that if we even like drain any I don't know what else is shit clogged, so they won't fix it, and when they do fix it, it's the same. It's to the point where I know who comes in and fixes it, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, we just need the part for it," and they never return. Or they'll return, and next thing I know, you'd be like, okay, if they have any problems with it, like, they don't completely fix it all the fucking way. Like, it's to the point where these people who comes in, basically would be like, know Javi, so, oh yeah, they know Javi really, really well, and it's to the point where they just, like I said, like, it seemed like they just half-assed it, because the next thing, a week later, it's fucking broken. And then you wonder, like, what the fuck did you come in and fix?
They stuck it together. They stuck it back together. It's like the fucking... Like, if you've ever broken a crayon, like back in school or whatever, like way back when, like younger years and shit, and you just stick it back together and hope it holds together for a bit longer so you can use it, and then toss it back in the container. Like, I've seen, like, classmates and shit just toss it back in the container once it's done. Once they're done with it, and it just falls back apart again. That's it. That's what it sounds like to me.
That's basically what it is. Like, I found it funny. It was so funny because there was one guy who came in and was like, he came in one day. He was like, "Man, we don't even have these fryers anymore. We're to the point where we have a new fryer to the point where you don't have to manually polish oil." And I looked at him like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like, yeah, everything kind of like it automatically does it itself. And I'm like,
what new futuristic bullshit have you brought here?
Yeah, cause he was like, yeah, we don't do like the stuff he's, we got old tech, you guys got this old stuff, like we have some of the newer stuff. And he was telling me, what his store has and shit. And I ain't gonna lie, it kind of made me frustrated. It made me cry a little bit, cause I'm like,
why can't you guys get that shit?
Like, yeah, why can't we get, why can't we get this type of stuff? Like, today, and it's funny, like, today, like, we got hit for no fucking reason. But we had run out of flour to make chicken. And so, a couple of customers was like, well, so does that mean you guys don't have any chicken? No. Well, why not? How come every time I come in the store and they'll say, like, how come there's one person who complains about, like, how come I come to the store every time and there's no food, you guys have no food? And we tell them, well, one, we're overstaffed, or we're understaffed, so I'm sorry, that's number one. And number two, if you have any fucking problems, maybe you can talk to our area coach, and maybe, just maybe, people will, maybe they'll finally fucking listen. Like, I get so tired, it's to the point where when people tell us, like, oh, we're understaffed, like, I have to be like, Squidward.
You're well aware of this problem.
Yeah, like, and then it's to the point where customers will be like, first of all, customers don't believe it until they come to the drive-thru and then they see 4 fucking people. They're like, oh, so you guys really are understaffed. Like, why would we lie? Like, why would we lie? Like, I have no reason to lie to you about our store. Like, we'll close early because if we're store understaffed, we have to fucking close early. If we ran out of fucking flour, we have to close. Like, it's the most basic, like, common sense. How do you make chicken? I mean, because we don't sell grilled chicken.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm like, what else do we have to fry unless you don't want out seasoning, and I don't think you want that.
You need salt.
It needs salt, yeah. It needs salt. And like today, like, I don't know why. Today I wanted to be really, really petty. So this lady comes in and so she asks like, "Hey, can I have a 8-piece, but I don't want your extra crispy. I don't want your original. I want original, but I don't want it like can you make it like not with salt?"
Huh?
We just
Not the shit again.
What? We're like, what? Yeah, like, yeah, you guys can have, like, I don't want it because original. Your guys' original recipe is salty. So we're like, man, why don't you just order extra crispy? She's like, I don't want extra crispy. I want your original, but I don't want I don't want it to be salt. So I'm just like, so what do you want me to do? And she was arguing with it. Yeah, like the spices, the original. If for anyone, original is always going to be. It's gonna be salty. It's gonna be salty as fuck because it's salty. Like that's why I like extra crispy because it's not as salty. But I'm just she was really, really upset. Like, oh, why can't you make this order? And it's like, this is a fucking KFC. I don't know where you're from to think that our KFC, can do that. Because it can't.
Fucking fly.
Yeah. And then she was like, she had the audacity to be like, well, I want to speak to your give me your corporate's number. And I'm like, and one of the people were like, I'm pretty sure corporate is going to give you the same thing. And I looked at this dude named Freddie. I was like, no, they're not. Knowing corporate, they're gonna give you some bullshit ass answer like, oh, we're sorry about that. We'll figure out a way. It's like, no, don't lie to these customers. Don't lie to them.
Andrew's been sitting here going through like and responding. I'm not sure if he's but like so far he's said, unfortunately executives or execs and higher ups get all the goodies. He's telling that fucking lady like, bitch, go make your own fried chicken without salt in.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, like, if I was really, really petty, if we had flour, like, honest with you, if we had flour, I would have just legitimately just, like, made it without fucking seasoning, just bland chicken. Like, we've had one lady who's like, we had a couple of customers have, like, we used to sell green beans, we don't sell green beans anymore because of the COVID, because of COVID. We had to take it, budget cut reasons, we had to basically cancel green beans, and we had a couple people upset about that. I'm just like, we can't do nothing about that. Like we like I don't understand why people get upset if we don't have this specific order. You can't make that. Well, why hell you can't? Because we don't have green beans. I don't know what.
What are you fucking expecting here? We don't have it. You can't pull a fucking string of beans out your ass. There's no, unless there's some fucking Lovecraftian horror. There's no fucking way.
And then some people will be like, you know, like, can we have gizzards? Like, I don't know what. I had to look this up. What the fuck gizzards are? And if you guys don't know what gizzards are, it's basically chicken intestines that has like worms and shit like that.
Oh.
So I'm like, wait. So KFC used to sell this? And people used to eat this?
Oh,
Why?
fuck.
Yeah. And I made a joke today because I was like, because when the raw sewage happened, and so I was like, I made a joke about it because I was like, let me get this straight. Because next year, for those, I don't know if every KFC is doing this, but for those who don't know, KFC is selling vegan chicken next year.
The fuck?
Well,
it ain't chicken then.
Yes. Exactly. And so I made the joke today. I said, so let me get this straight. So we're about to have a fucking probably a sewage issue. So our store, KFC's so you can't come in and fix our store, but you definitely will be cool with us. You know, you definitely have enough money to get some new fucking products. And I'm just thinking I'm like, first of all, who the fuck is going to eat this? Who's going to eat vegan chicken? I've never had vegan chicken, so I don't know if that shit is good or not. I've had vegan meat, which to me doesn't taste any fucking difference. That's just me.
Colonel Sanders is rolling over his grave.
I bet he will. I ain't gonna lie. Colonel Sanders came back from his grave, hella disappointed. Like, I just don't understand, like, we have fun, we have the money for this, but don't have the money for anything else, and I just, like, and I'll question it too. Like, I'm like, why do we have the funds for this? And, you know, everyone's like, yeah, and everyone's like, well, I don't know what you expect us to do. Like, again, like, we've had, like, I remember we had one customer come in for, who wanted you know, a bucket of chicken. Wanted a bucket of chicken, and we closed at 10. And one day we actually did close at 10 o'clock. And so the lady goes in, she was like, you know, are you guys open? And so we closed at 10. Why are you guys closed? I'm like, because we closed at 10 o'clock. And she's like, do you have any chicken? And one of our younger employees didn't know what to do. So I just grabbed them. I said, ma'am, we are closed. You guys can't sell me any chicken? He's like, well, if you wait about, I don't know, until 10:30 in the morning, maybe you can come get some chicken in time. And then she was like, how dare you speak to me like that? I'm like, I don't know, how the hell do I need to speak to you? Because I'm not going to be like, oh, we're sorry. No, I'm not dealing with that shit.
I'm gonna
no.
pay me. You're a fucking grown-ass adult. Fuck that like it.
You're grown-ass adult to the point where, like, you, especially if you know, because you're just like, it's like the second time you me coming here and you guys are not, you guys are closed. And I'm like, well, if you're coming here at 10 o'clock, and you knowing we close at 10 o'clock, why the fuck do you come here late?
My guy, next time just be like, bitch, third time's a charm. Try again tomorrow. Just straight up.
Like, Or I ain't gonna lie, like there's times where like our store, like look, if you're really, I'm talking about we're really cool. We will give you some of our chicken. Like if we have like leftover shit, we'll give it to you in with no charge. Because one day we gave these people some free chicken. Because again they went to there's a where I live there's a place it's Antioch Road, and basically they're rude as fuck. Like they were so rude because one customer told us that her daughter got out of surgery and she couldn't really eat strong foods, so she had to like something smooth like mashed potatoes and stuff like that. So apparently from what she was saying that like they cussed her out because she wanted mashed potatoes. And she was like, you couldn't order anything else. You couldn't go to somewhere else to get mashed potatoes. Why'd you come here? And I'm like,
damn.
I'm like, first of all, ouch. And second of all, I'm like, you couldn't give her the mashed potatoes? And it's not like we make our mashed potatoes from scratch. It's not like, we actually cut, make it from actual like potatoes. They're instant mashed potatoes. They're instant mash. It doesn't take that long. Like it was to the point where we gave her some smooth food for her daughter to eat. Because it's funny because when we'll get like a couple of customers who go to that store. It's that area. It's to the point where I'm not gonna lie. That entire area, it's just. I feel like it shouldn't have a restaurant in general, because when people are like, "Well,
you
the
lost
last
your
KFC
cooking privileges, bitches." You
yeah,
can't
like,
handle this shit.
Like it was to the point where some lady was like, yeah, it was to the point where some lady, some people would be well, I went to your other KFC and they were just hella rude to me. I said, you went to the one on Antioch? How did y'all know? Because we always get a customer that comes to that store and they cuss them out, and then we come here and they question us like, I'm surprised y'all not mean. It's like, listen, we have no reason to be rude to y'all unless you give us something, unless you want to be fucking stupid and not use common sense, then we're basically cool.
You want to start some shit, we can do that. But if you want to, you want to fucking chill and grab a bite, we can do that too.
Yeah, like we've had and also when it comes to fast food, I never realized that I don't know if all fast food do this, but some people have the habit of coming back. Like here's what I hate about customers. I hate when you go I don't know if anyone else does this, but I feel like in common sense, if you ordered, for example, you ordered a burger with no pickles, you would think you would sit in our parking lot just to make sure you ordered your order your burger without pickles. No, we've had again today we had a customer come in. And I had ordered 2 spicy chicken sandwiches, and they had pickles on it. And they were really calm about it at first. Like we were like, well, you gotta go to the window. But this dude basically hopped out his car and tried to run in front of somebody else was like, pretty much like, hey, I ordered a chicken sandwich with no pickles. And so my friend Chiyoko goes, go back into the drive-through line and we'll fix it. And being in mind, they didn't have the same, being in mind, it was half eaten. So she was like, can you make him a sandwich? I said, what the sandwich look like? She showed me it's half. I basically told him, just take him off. Because I'm like, you would think, again, if you already eaten the sandwich, so you were okay with the pickles. Why did you come back? Be in mind, this dude came back an hour when he ordered it. So I'm like, you telling me you waited, like, how far did you have to go to eat your sandwich to be like, maybe it doesn't have any pickles? Yeah, it definitely has pickles. And it's already half eaten. So I'm like, you might as well just eat it in half, you know. And he was like, he wanted a receipt, and you want me, you know, I wanted a fresh chicken sandwich. I did not. You know what exactly what I did, just because I was a petty asshole. I took his half-eaten bun sandwich, put in a fresh bun, and just gave him his half-eaten chicken sandwich, just on a new bun.
Have fun, bitch. They could take out the like. Okay, I get to hear both sides of this in the sense that like my family will more often than not drive off thinking like, okay, well, assuming everyone does their job correctly, we've got the right order. And they'll drive off, and they're like, all right, can you, like, we just went to McDonald's, like, way back, you know, like, earlier in the week, right? Mm-hmm. And I asked, you know, like, they asked me, you know, like, John, what do you want? I'm like, just 2 apple pies. I love apple pies. But, you know, we go to McDonald's and all that, and they toss in, we were supposed to get 4. 2 for me and, you know, 2 for my parents. Mm-hmm. They were going to have that with their coffee the next morning. And there were only the 2, so I'm like, fuck it. I can live without apple pies. Like, you guys can take it for your coffee. Like, the next morning, they're like, no, that's not the point. I'm like, what is the point here? I can feel the fucking rage brimming. There's one thing I understand about family and friends and shit most of the time is know when they're pissed off. So I can hear it in their voice and shit, like, okay, we're going to drive back. Like, we're already, like, halfway home. It's like, why didn't you check the bag? It's like, we just checked the bag. You sped off at the fucking speed of sound. Now we're here. If you want to go back, we can do that. But it's, you know, they're sitting there like, well, this is what we paid for. We originally paid for 4. We got 2. You know, they're going on their rant. They're pissed. And, you know, to an extent, I could understand it. To an extent. But then they're sitting there just talking all kinds of shit. It's just a shit ton of people who don't know what they're doing. They don't care about this job. They don't care about the job they have. And again, now I get to hear, you know, from that perspective, or at least on your end, there's the fucking asshat workers, and then there's actually those who give enough of a shit, you know. And at the same token, yeah, there is the point that is able to be made here that we should have checked before we left the fucking parking lot.
Like, sometimes, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, there have been times where, like, I will feel bad for a customer. Like, if my dumbass, you know, like, there's times where I am not gonna lie, I have given a customer the wrong order. Like, if somebody orders, like, 3 chicken sandwiches behind me, someone orders 3 chicken sandwiches and another 3 chicken sandwiches, I will fuck up and be like, damn, I gave this person the wrong order, and hoping that they will come back and, you know, and fix it. Some customers don't. Some customers, you know, will be like, oh damn. Like, there was one customer I was really expecting to come back because I made pot pies, and I realized this is how much I missed my my original coworker, because she makes the fucking greatest pot pies. I make shit pot pies, and I didn't realize I know how to make shit pot pies until one day when I was making it. It didn't have any. It was just soup. There was no chicken in the pot pies, so it was just vegetables. It was just vegetables in it. And so my manager,
my God, you set this fucker on a vegan diet, fucking vegetarian diet.
And so the area coach was like, "Do we have any pot pies?" I'm like, "No." And then one of my employees was like, "Yeah, we do. We have some." I was like, "No, we don't." And he's like, "Why?" I was like, "Dude, there's no chicken in those pot pies. It's soup." Customer's not gonna know a difference. I said, "You haven't worked here." I said first, because he was very new. I said, "Listen, people know when their food is fucked up. Like, that's like ordering the fucking quarter pound. That's like ordering a Big Mac. You know what a Big Mac looks like and tastes like. So you're gonna know." And
how will they know? They're gonna know.
They're gonna know. And so and so he was like, so he grabs me, he's like, he doesn't even question it either. Like, he knows there's no chicken in, so he's like, oh, we're gonna serve these two people their pot pies. And I'm just looking at him, I felt so bad. And when they ordered them, I just wanted to just be like, they don't have any chicken in there. I'm doing the, oh, I'm so sorry, little one. But they never came back. So they either A, like, you're like, well, I'm never gonna come to this KFC again, because I was like, I made better pot pies. I'm just hoping that these people come back, I can give them better pot pies, but they never did. So I'm like, maybe they didn't want chicken inside their pot pies.
Or yeah, maybe that just worked out for them or something, but...
Yeah. Or I have the people who would order, I don't know, now I understand why, like, it's just stuff, you know, like, I had one day, I think a couple of days ago, either a couple of days ago or like a while, where some person ordered 16 buckets of, four 16 buckets of chicken. And I am not gonna lie, when the person came in and the person who came in and, you know, grabbed the order, it was a big guy. I am not gonna lie.
I was gonna say, is this fucking Bobby from that math problem? Yeah. If Bobby buys 16 buckets of chicken and he eats 3, what the fuck does he have? High blood pressure. That's what he fucking has.
And top of it all, he wanted original, so I was like, damn, this dude's cholesterol. And one of my friends, like, he probably has a film. I said, this dude, it's like, and I know, and I've seen him before, because this dude would order big orders, and I'm like, please tell me this man's like, you know, well, maybe he is taking this to his family. But I'm like, I really hope he's not going to eat 16 buckets of chicken. And then I'm like, please, like, I'm like, listen, I like KFC's food is good, but some people act like KFC is crack cocaine.
God damn.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've had a person come in our store, come in our place, and order just coleslaw, which I don't know how our coleslaw is gross. It's just watery down ranch, at least I like to say it. Some people, there's one regular who just orders coleslaw and it makes me mad all the time. I mean, it's your money, spend it how you want to spend it, but I'm like, that's all you come here is for coleslaw. Yeah, you can do better. Like, we've had another order of, like, this order I'll never forget, and I'm glad this dude, see, yeah, he gets it. There's one person, and I'll never forget this order, because I'm glad he gave us a warning. So this guy comes in, and he's like, I have a big order, and I was like, man, no big deal. It's probably a small order, you know, probably not that big. He's like, I need 250 yes. 250 3-piece boxes. And I'm looking at him like,
motherfucker's
what?
doing a like a mass mukbang or some shit?
And so he was like, I know though. He's like, he gave me the story. The only reason why he's doing it because, you know, some of his family, you know, got, you know, COVID, and I guess he's afraid of COVID, so he wants to give it to them individually instead of ordering the buckets of chicken. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But, you know, I'm like, when do you want this? And so he was like, oh, I want this by Wednesday. I said, oh, thank God, because if you said you want,
he gave you fucking
now,
days.
Yeah, he made the purchase. He made the purchase on Monday, so he said, "I'll be, you know, can it be done by Tuesday? You know, can it be done by Wednesday?" Out of my mind, I'm like, "Oh, thank God!" Because if you said I need this now, I am not gonna lie, it's gonna be a while. But he was really calm about it. Like, yeah, And when he ordered it, like I said, like I was like 250. Who the fuck are you feeding? And I just thought about that now.
He's
And
got
I'm
a
thinking about it.
fucking
Who the
army.
fuck was he feeding a village? A small.
He motherfucker's feeding Konoha. Okay, that's what he's doing.
Like, were you like working at a homeless shelter? Because I asked him, "What is this for? He's for his family." I'm like, I didn't question this, so I you know, my manager was like, "Okay, you know, we'll have that by Wednesday." And I'm thinking this dude was trolling. You know, maybe he's trolling us, but he actually came in and I think it was like it was over $100. I remember it was over $100, but I was just like, and he paid it. I'm just like, how could you? I'm like, could you imagine just, you know, your family just brought in 250 three-piece buckets. I mean, three-piece, you know, just chicken, just that much chicken. I'm like,
That's not the worst thing I've heard, to be honest. Because like it reminds me of a story my dad used to tell me as a kid, how like when we went camping one time, this was like when, you know, like all of my relatives were younger too. Actually, I'll tell it after you finish with yours, though. My bad.
but yeah, I was just like I said, he ordered a lot of food, and so we were just quite, and the dude behind him questioned it too. Like, you know, we were all sitting here having this conversation of like, what do you think he's using that chicken for?
Motherfucker's building a reactor out of chicken.
Like some dude was like, maybe, I don't know why, I don't know why he said this. Like, I don't know why. By the way, this dude, this person, he was a Mexican dude, and so some dude was like, maybe he's trying to feed. I don't know why he said it, thinking like, whoa, this guy is a local racist. He was like, maybe he's sending it to his to his other his people, you know, behind the border. And I don't know why I didn't serve him, because I refused to serve him. But I was just like, I feel like even if you do, I'm pretty sure people know how to make actual food. You know how to cook real chicken. I'm sorry, but we kind of just looked at him, and so he was like, we literally told him, "Sir, our lobby is closed." And so he was like, "Well, you let that other guy order," and I was like, "Yeah." What I wanted to say was, "Yeah," because he wasn't a racist.
Understandable.
But we kind of, I just made some bullshit excuse that I didn't think he was gonna believe, but he ended up believing it, because I don't forget what I told him, but he was very upset with it. And I'm just looking at, and I remember my boss looked at me like, "You did the right thing." I'm like, "I know I did."
That's like the fucking Peter Griffin, like slapping the shit out of some lady at his cookie store, or at his cookie shop, and Lois is like, "You did the right thing." He's like, "I know. I just don't feel good about it."
Yeah. I don't know. I'll think he was like, man, Colonel looking at me like, you better not serve this food. But there's a lot, like, I was like, I'm just still like, even to this day, I'm like, did he ever, I'm like, yo. And he never came back after that. Like, I'm thinking like maybe he'll order something like, you know, regular. But I'm just like, that's interesting. Like, I had one day, I remember one lady asked me for a free bucket because his son was wanting to be dressed as the Colonel for Halloween. And I'm like, I mumbled this without like her know. I'm like, your son wanted to dress as the Colonel for Halloween. Why? Like, you couldn't pick anybody else?
I mean, it's commitment. Give him that.
Yeah.
Got some
He showed it to me. Like, yeah, he committed to it, but I'm like, but then again, it could be worse. It could be like a stripper colonel. Like,
Oh no. If that's a kid, my god, don't. Let's not go there.
Hey, but I don't know. It's just it's. I have like I don't know. It comes to our story. I then again just wanna. I tell people to this day, I would rather work here. I'd rather sell my soul to the Colonel than sell my soul to the clown. Cause I fucking hated fucking McDonald's. Working in McDonald's was the worst. I'm telling you. I don't know if all McDonald's probably wasn't there, but the store I worked at is the worst.
I'd rather work for the Colonel than the clown.
Yeah, I tell people, cause when I tell people, I had a friend who was looking for a job. He said, "I don't know where to work." I said, "You can always sell your soul to the clown."
That just sounds ominous, and it sounds so fucked up. Sell your soul to the clown. He'll appreciate it. Where's the magical store where such interesting people flock to?
I don't know. You get the weirdest freaking customers. I've had one customer. I've had like some strange orders. So you're sold to it, yeah. I mean, I have it, and I ain't gonna lie, I left. I mean, the Colonel's not bad stealing your soul. You just have crackhead people. I've seen I am not gonna lie, I've seen weird shit at my store. I've seen somebody fight in our parking lot. I don't know what it was. All I know is that I don't know how it started. I don't know who said who. All I know is that some dude tossed, because there was police, by the way, there was police involved in this shit. Someone tossed because we made some fresh mac and cheese and some gravy. Someone tossed it into someone tossed the mac and cheese into this person's face, and I heard screaming, and everybody was looking through the drive-through window and was like, and I remember somebody, some new guy wanted to say, maybe we should stop it. I looked at him and I'm like, you really want to stop this? Like, it was kind of interesting. Sadly, we had to clean it up, but chicken was flown, people were fighting, and like I said, some gravy cup, some hot gravy and mac and cheese fell into somebody's, face, and yeah, police wasn't involved, but
Well, to this day, I'd consider that a deadly weapon.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm like, just like, damn, like, could you imagine tossing some hot gravy in somebody's face? But I remember my fat ass looked at it because my feelings were hurt. Like, I didn't care about the chicken, but I did care about the mac and cheese because it was cheesy as fuck. When he threw it, when the person threw it, I'm like, not the mac and cheese.
Fucking like from Shrek, not the gumdrop buttons.
Hey, at least the birds enjoyed it.
Shit.
Like, Burger King.
Oh, I was gonna say that also reminded me as well, like the fucking story that my dad used to tell me was that the whatchamacallit, on a camping trip they bought, like, I want to say it was like 200 or 300 fucking like tacos, like supreme tacos from Taco Bell way back when, and they fucking just ate them all to the point of, like, they didn't want it to go to waste either because they're out camping and they didn't have a place to put it, so everybody just ate until they got sick. And it got to the point where it was like they finished them all, but they're like, we're just gonna go home. Like, fuck the camping trip. Just go. Just try and fucking work off the fucking tacos after that.
I had
Alright, so
a.
they're trying to do that shit. The taco
I've had a
trip.
lady. I ain't gonna lie, like I had a lady when well, actually I had no, yeah, I had a lady come in, and you remember that episode of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy where Mermaid Man was kind of like sitting there for like quite some time trying to figure out what to eat.
Yes.
Like it was when like Barnacle Boy was sick and tired of being, you know, the sidekick.
Oh, yeah,
but-
shall I feed you?
Yeah. So I don't know what. All I heard was like, because this lady was like, "Okay, what?" Here you can hear her. I was like, "What do you want?" I don't know. And the person's like, "I don't know. I don't know why." I mean, I do this too, but sometimes, not all the time. But I feel like if you're coming to us, you should know what you want. Are you going? Hey, I'm going to McDonald's. What do you want to eat? I want this. Like, plain and simple. So the lady, I guess, I don't know who was in the car with her. All I know is those two were arguing, and she was like, we had, chicken sandwich. This guy wanted a chicken sandwich. And so, but he wanted with barbecue sauce. And I was like, shit, I can make that. He's like, want some wings? She's like, no, you're not having the wings. You're going to have some chicken tenders. He's like, I don't want the chicken tenders. I want the wings.
Bitch.
And so you hear this. Oh, here is, you're gonna have the fucking chicken tenders. You're gonna fucking like it, and we're just like,
Should we come back?
yeah, like you wanted to come back, and he was like, no, he'll have the chicken tenders. Do you guys sell potato wedges? And no, we serve fries. And he's like, oh, but he's like, I don't know what was going on, but he's like, how come I can't order the chicken? I wanted chicken wings. I don't want no chicken tenders. And it went from argument to talking about dick sizes, and
Damn.
I was just like,
Damn.
I'm like, I don't know. I was like, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, this because he wanted some barbecue wings, like. Cause she was like, I bet you that bitch that you hang out with will probably give you some barbecue wings. And he's like, oh my god, don't go there. And he's like, no, we should have this conversation. And I'm just like, ma'am, I'm just thinking like, can you take this in the parking lot?
You're like sitting there like trying to like mediate somehow. Like, can you guys just move it along a little bit, please? I mean, shit, by that logic... God damn it.
I was like, I don't know, part of me was like, let the man have his wings.
Yeah. I mean, shit, the way that she's, like, getting all pissed about it, that bitch probably would let him get some fucking chicken wings. Cause she ain't gonna give a shit about what he eats.
Yeah. The way she took it. Yeah, in my mind, I was just like, it's one of those, like, I wanted to say something, but it's like, it's none of my business. But still, part of me is like, let the man have his wings.
Okay, even better, like, who's paying here? Because if he's paying,
exactly.
let this fucker get his wings.
And the funny thing is, the fucked up part was, like, they didn't order anything, like, they ordered the food, but they just drove off. And so the lady, and then the next person in the drive-thru was like, what was that all about? And we all stared at her like, we don't know what the, like, we all started stared at them like, we don't know what the fuck going on. We're just like, we were more interested in you. You were.
We were just as clueless, but more interested in you.
Yeah. I'm just like, damn. And I'm like, oh, this for some wings? But I do. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I had one customer come in and return some barbecue wings. No, it was actually no, it was buffalo wings, and he was like, "Yo, I came into the drive-through, and he's like, what the fuck is this?" And I looked at him, and I was like, and it's just one employee. Like, I'm lazy. I can admit that. But this one thing, I make sure when it comes to wings, I make sure that I cover the sauce. Like, I don't see no chicken, crust. Everything will be coated, and it was just drizzled. And when he showed me, like, it wasn't even like not all the wings were. It was like someone took. It's like whoever drizzled it. Well, I know who drizzled it. It was drizzled to like how you drizzle coffee and shit like that, or your ice cream or cake frosting. Like, it was that drizzle. And so he was gonna be mad. He's like, I want my refund. And I looked at him, I said, listen, how about I was like, I'm like, listen, I know you upset, trust me, I will feel the same pain. I was like, how about I can make you some wings, no free of charge. And he looked at me like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, like I got you. And I fucking drenched this man with fucking wings. And I had the bosses got pissed at me. He's like, the sauce is expensive. I'm like, I know, but you don't. I said first, I was like, in my mind, I'm like, there's two. You don't fuck with a black man's wings like that, or anybody in general. Like, you go in and you get some fucking wings and they just drizzle your goddamn wings. It's like it wasn't even fully like coated. I made sure every wing was coated. Every wing.
You don't fuck with a man's food.
You don't.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to interrupt here, but that fucking reminds me. There's this video that was going around that was just so fucking baffling to me. This guy is trying to eat his waffles, right? It's breakfast time. Woke up at early ass o'clock. His girlfriend's like, "Hey, I'm gonna cook you some breakfast." He's like, "Fuck, that sounds great." So she's like, she starts getting to making him some waffles and shit. Fucking thick ass waffles, and as he's going. Well, he sits down getting ready to eat. She's like recording. She's like, tells the camera, "I put a surprise in there for you." He's like, "A surprise?" She's like, "Yeah, it's a surprise. Like, eat your waffles." It's like, he's like, thinking to himself, like, "No, you don't. What did you do to my fucking waffles?" She's like, "Just eat, like, just enjoy your waffles." It's like, hella skeptical. He's fucking understandably fucking skeptical about it all. And then she slowly yet surely reveals bit by bit as he starts cutting into the waffles. He's like, "What the fuck? It's not cutting. Like, it's almost all the way through, but they're not separating." And so he goes, starts cutting a little bit harder, starts literally ripping them apart, until eventually he manages to see that there's a pregnancy test inside. She's sitting there. She's like, "Congrats, ta-da, you're gonna be a dad," basically. Hits him with that shit, and at first, she's like, "Are you excited? Are you like, I can't read what's going on right now. I can't read your expression here." And he's just staring at it. He's just, "This is a pregnancy test." She's like, "Yes, that's mine." It's like, "Okay." And it's positive. She's like, "Yeah, you don't seem that happy." He's like, "Pregnancy test in my waffles." And he just, that's all he repeats like a couple of times. She's like, what's the problem?" He's like, "In my fucking waffles, really?" And she starts going on like, "I thought you would be happy about this." He's like, "You don't fuck with a man's waffles. You don't fuck with his breakfast. You're gonna give me a surprise. You give me a surprise. If you're gonna give me breakfast, you give me breakfast. You don't mix that shit." He's so fucking bad. I gotta say, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with his food like that. He's like, he starts to ask the important questions. "Did you clean it? The fuck am I supposed to clean it for? You put it in his damn waffles. The fuck you mean you're supposed to clean it?"
Wait. It's like some of this, like this is some important shit here. Like,
He's asking the right questions here.
yeah. I don't blame him. Poor,
Poor bastard.
you don't.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. The fucking video. You don't fuck with no breakfast like that shit.
You don't.
You need your energy to outrun shit, to throw hands with shit. You don't fuck with it. End of story.
What if there was a wild animal?
Fucking other part. Bitch, look like you got a 14. You fucking look like it absorbs souls.
I'm not gonna lie, when he said that, I couldn't stop. I gave up on laughing, bro. Cause it's the way he said, "Who the fuck is that? Wonder Woman?" Yeah, bitch, your fucking forehead look like it absorbs souls.
I couldn't stop laughing at the fact that they actually added, like, his voice sounded muffled from the inside of his big ass helmet.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And like she was like, okay, you know, you look like a dominatrix, Mr. Clean. You look like a cockroach. And it's scary. He's like, bitch, you look like Jeff Goldblum. I forgot what she said afterward, but I like how
an
he was
anorexic
like,
Jeff Goldblum, and she's like, bitch, I didn't even say nothing to you.
I like that one. I like the part where he was talking about the commercial. He was like, "That man, can you explain this?" Like, yeah, it looks kind of dope, doesn't it? He's like, "But you can't fly." And you know,
I paid extra for that shit. You got Aquaman like, wait, I know this motherfucker can't fly. It's like, oh yeah, no, I just gave him some fucking, what was it? Some goddamn, yeah, oysters.
Yeah, oysters. Basically, I thought it was like air swimming.
I don't know why that got me so mad there. Air
He's like, you know, we basically hide our identities, you know, for the people we care for. Oh, that's why y'all do it? I thought y'all we do it we do it just for fun. And you know, like our motto is truth and truth, justice, and for the other thing. Nah, man, that's your motto. That ain't Batman's motto.
That ain't Batman's motto.
See, I told you. That's what well, I didn't see you come up with anything on the suggestion board.
She's just fucking tossing in paper like, bitch, one at a time, hold on.
I was like, I saw, I'm gonna call in for backup. But there's only 3 of us, like, wonderful, you gotta come and help me. There's 17 of these people here.
They gonna jump me. She's like, I'm a little bit busy, I just got out of surgery. The moment she pops in, it's like, I know I look a lot younger, like, bitch, what the fuck up with your forehead?
You look like, you get stung by a Kryptonian
wasp.
This dude, breakfast part was funny.
The fucking one was like one of the best to me. Bitch, did you just get stuck by a Kryptonian wasp? Bitch damn near look like Squidward. What the fucking fuck?
He did. It was that and the whole, like, he's listening to Nelly.
That was fucked
So,
up.
man, homie, he's like, wait, that could have been important, Batman. Listen here, don't you ever stop my radio like that. But it could have been important. I don't care what it is. Do not stop. Don't you dare touch my radio, Robin. I will kick you.
And he's fucking staring at the goddamn button like, should I press it?
Yes.
Oh shit, you know what? Wonder Woman in what she fucking looked like. She looked like a fucking beluga whale right there. Like, what the fuck kind of animal? I know it now.
Came
Forehead
in, I,
hanging over her goddamn
I
eyebrows.
like how, oh damn it, it's Batman again. Who's gonna come in and say Batman? Ain't gonna be me. Actually, Superman, I did it yesterday. So technically, it's your day. What? No. Wait, where's Wonder Woman at?
He fucking calls her up. He's like, "Bitch, I just need a hand. I just need some help. I think they're catching on. Hey, yo, I don't think this boy got powers. Shit, like for real, we might be able to jump him. It's like, hey, yo, hurry up.
Yeah, they on to me, please.
This shit, they onto me.
I like how at first he was like, you see me on the. He's like, yeah, because two out of the three of you guys, one of the three of you guys are not my supervillains. So I'm gonna have to call somebody for But can't you just jump? You know what? You have powers, right? No, of course I do. What, you think I just dress as like a bat? Just to dress as a bat? Lex? As you can see, I like how he was like. It was so funny. I like how he was like in the middle of the conversation talking to Wonder Woman. He was like, "Hold on, bitch! I know you see me on the phone."
He just flat out tells like, I know you ain't talking to me while I'm on the phone. The fact that he makes it personal by calling him out like first fucking name too, like Lex.
Please, I just got asserted. Listen. Like, there's there's 17 of them here. No, I'm pretty sure we can handle it. Nah. Please.
No, bitch, they finna jump me.
And I like how they were all roasting and then and then she's like, you know what, Batman? You need to whoa, hold on, why you coming attacking me? Don't tell me. See, I knew this man didn't have powers, man. Zap this fool.
You just hear him like, wait, hold shit.
The point of the point of the story is you were supposed to save them. I was not gonna save them on my day off. It was my day off. But you're a superhero, and
it's my day off. Batman, what's your point? It was my day off. Ah, shit, man. I see.
Yeah. It's one of those. I don't know. It's like on the other hand, he's like, what is it? It's an abominable snowman. That's what I said. No, you did not. That's not what you said.
It's an abominable snowman. That's what I said. Well, shit. What did you say? You just said some shit about Obama. No, I said Obama. Fucking like left and right.
Oh man, I kind of knew you would have an enjoyment of that video because I was dying of laughter.
I was not prepared for that shit. I was sitting there giggling like a fucking child at 3 a.m.
It's holy crap! That's a pterodactyl. No, it's a pterodactyl.
I saw that shit. I'm like, yo, you used to get so pissed at me for that shit. So
really?
Pissed at me for that. Yeah, whenever we play Ark and shit, I'd be like, oh look, a fucking pterodactyl. It's like, it's a pterodactyl. The P is silent. I'm like, no the fuck it's not. Obviously I know, but just every time, Link specifically would get so pissed about it. It's like, you know how to fucking read. It's like, do I?
This woman's about to be attacked. You need to help her. That's none of our problem. We will save her when I land this plane. Well, wait, she's going to die. That sounds like a her problem.
Sounds like a her problem.
I got some white Hennessy. You want to drink that? Heck no. I don't want to be tipsy at this time of the day. Aren't you about to drink 98 mimosas? Yeah, but that has orange juice in it. What's the difference? You're still gonna be drunk.
And the fucking, what was it, like the explaining the difference between the bitch, that bitch, and a bitch.
Yeah. See, that's the bitch right here. Yeah, that's me. That's me. You guys are just. Well, since it's two of you, that means y'all both are bitches.
You see, and it's plural here. Now, if you need an extra explanation, we can break it down for you. Or better yet, you can
Yeah.
take your ass to the fucking library and get you fucking educate yourselves. We got fucking damn. Just straight up, like, after that, there's no recovery. There's no. You can't say anything after you've been given a whole ass lesson. You understand? You move on, or in their case, you blow them the fuck up.
Yeah. I still like. I still like the about no the breakfast one. Still funny to me. He said, "How the hell I got pancakes, eggs, no pancakes, waffles, eggs, and cereal in a muffin? Well, breakfast is supposed to be the fucking meal of the day, John. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, man. I gotta be sleeping."
But breakfast is the most important meal. Who told you it was important to me, though? Who told you? I could have gotten like 30 minutes more sleep. That's important to me. But breakfast, you need it for energy. I don't give a fuck about no energy. What the fuck do I gotta do with all that? What am I gonna do with all that?
Just in case, get attacked by a wild animal. I think that S on your chest, Superman, means stupid.
The fuck?
No
What kind
way.
of who just got wild animals out here? Tell me. It's like you need it in case you run into danger or a wild animal. Where the fuck are all them wild animals at then? Where are they?
They're still here. I thought y'all guys would have fucking left by now.
Who?
No, the people who are still at the vault. I'm surprised. Like, sometimes,
That's dedication.
I thought they would have left. Disappeared or something.
Not to be, not to sound terrible or anything, but I honestly thought they would have been fucking dead by now.
That
No lie.
too.
No lie. I expected that shit. The fact that they're not, kudos to them.
Yeah, they've been sitting in that same position.
Damn, and they didn't even lock their knees either. Shit. Legs of steel.
You didn't pee.
Andrew just saw what I fucking feared there. Things could have gone so wrong. I'm sorry, were those Mirelurk eggs? No.
Ow. I think that would. I wonder if there's an actual place here, like actual in the place that actually, I won't say have a bathroom. I would hate to like. Actually, that's actually that's a good question. Do ghouls have to use the bathroom?
I don't know. I mean, they don't need to eat, sleep, or drink anything. So I assume that they're like, they don't need to. They're not really producing all that much waste. I don't know, actually.
It's like I ain't gonna lie, that's something that even the fucking like developers like. I feel like there's probably one developer thought of that idea. Like, yo, are they gonna use restrooms in this post-apocalyptic world? Like, is it safe to use the bathroom?
It's never safe to use the bathroom. I hate fucking blood bugs.
The fuck? I'm getting shot by another robot. I have still yet to find a something for my. I really don't have anything for my right arm. I do not. Still to this day.
My guy, if you can hop into my session, I can make you some shit. I am all over the place right now. Like I am full. I have so
I'm in
much
your.
shit
I'm
on
in
me.
your. I'm in your. Yeah, I'm in your session. I just been like, I got done with the Dutch's mission, and right now I'm just kind of just exploring.
Well, we can still get experience off of each other. So I'm doing a lot of shit. I'm killing shit all over the place and all kinds of crap. So you can get experience from me. Nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of been doing. I'm trying to actually. I gotta go visit the pure vendor to spend your legendary scrap.
I haven't done that yet, and I kind of don't want to. Not for a while.
Yeah, actually, I probably won't do that shit. Someone took my camp spot, and I was trying to find the fucker who took my camp spot.
What the fuck are you gonna do? Blow him up? Actually, don't do that. You could, but don't do that.
Taste these hands.
Let's hope they're a fucking cannibal. About to taste these hands, motherfucker.
For everybody.
I have. I had that as a running gag for so long in my friend group, like the fucking lads and shit. It got to the point where my buddy Jose literally went, and I fucking love it. He went and he gave me a pair of like white, like disposable gloves that I'd been using, or that I was going to use, and he wrote like the little rated E, you know, for like ERSB, whatever, rated E for everybody, on the fucking gloves. And he's like, just out of curiosity, do you want there to be like an age limit, like rated E for everybody 10 and up? I'm like, I don't know. I've met some like little shits before. just thinking it out, like, really? I've met some like shitty kids before who who were deserving to feel the might of Christ. That fucking reminds me too of the Meat Canyon, fucking Ben 10 Meat Canyon. Ah, Ben, you broke your goddamn arm. No, I didn't. I'm just transforming. Any minute now. Like, Ben, you fucking little shit. You brought down the force of God on your 10-year-old wrist. Fuck you, Grandpa.
Yeah, like, it's that one, and he's like, no, just turn into a spooky alien. I don't know, there's some good ones, and then there's like the most like disturbing. I'm trying to think, what's the most disturbing? Regular Show.
Oh. Don't remind me of that fucking one. He always makes the fucking character so grotesque. So goddamn grotesque.
Is this somebody's house?
Okay, no. Regular Show may have been, you know, a good show. It always baffled me, the fucking name of Regular Show, and I'd always remember like one of the first fucking commercials they had for it, or advertisements. Regular Show, it's anything but. And I'd seen it only like once, but I still remember it. And I don't know why I was so mad every time I'd see that show, because I used to think, this is not a fucking regular show. I was very literal. I take it very literally, like this is, I've been lied to. This is no regular show. This is and it looked like the fucking name. It's anything but. This is not regular, and it would bother me as a kid.
Really?
Yeah. Not gonna lie, still kind of takes me off at times, but I'm past that, sort of.
A Nukatron? This is somebody's home.
More than likely is.
Regular Show had its good, and like I said, it had Regular show was the GOAT. I just didn't. Okay, like I think after a while, after certain seasons, I just stopped. Like, I actually kind of like hated it after a while, especially because how they treated my boy like Mordecai. Yeah.
There's some free stuff in the item shop, by the way. Ooh. Man, I remember they had like that whole fucking compilation of like, the fuck you mean I can't go that way? Oh, am I stuck?
Mordecai something.
Yeah. Like, goddamn. Why
He was.
would you go
He was.
and drive, like, what was it, across the fucking country or state to another state to drop off a sweater that the bitch forgot about?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, like, it's still kind of messed up because, like, actually the one, like, I guess, like, the one thing I really, like, spoilers,
Sorry, Richard.
who's haven't, if you haven't seen the ending, like, cause he end up dating this bat chick that he goes to school with. And I'm like, you could have ended him dating, I don't know, CJ, mainly CJ, cause I am not gonna lie. I remember watching like the first at least the first season of regular show, and I was like, dude, what the hell does Mordecai see in Margaret? Because to me, Margaret was a hoe. I don't know about anybody else, but I can 100% confirm for me that Margaret was a massive hoe for me. Because the fact that like she's dated like almost, she's always had new boyfriends all the time. I'm like, yo, you like this woman?
To each their own. I'd usually I'd say to each their own. But I mean, I always find it funny, like how that, you know, if you start bringing up some past shit, everyone's like, oh, you know, you don't need to be, you know, digging into past shit. There's no need to rehash old things. It's like, no. I'm exposing a pattern here. How can you tell the future? By fucking looking at the past. Humans are very habitual creatures, and they're going to continue following their habits 9 out of 10 times. That 1 out of 10, you know, sort of chance that they will actually change shit is a very rare instance that has to come from them, and it most of the time won't. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I've met a
people
handful of people who barely managed to change shit.
Hey there. You also looking for some
What happened?
You haven't heard? Look at all the folks coming.
Okay. So,
Well,
yeah, like, I don't know, like I said, regular show was one of those,
better luck
like,
than I do.
cartoons I end up, it's one of those, because it's funny, like, only cartoons that I end up watching to the very, very end was regular show and Adventure Time. Steven Universe kind of gave me, oh no, I ain't gonna get it. I started hating Steven Universe for a while.
Okay.
Not because of like, and not because of like Steven himself. I guess to me, I was just waiting for that suspense. Like regular show, like had like Pops, like there was a lot of it was a lot of dark, like there was some like dark episodes, but there was some death in it, like so did Adventure Time, but for some reason Steven Universe, I was like waiting for that suspense. I'm like, yo, where the fuck is it? Because so far, this is it's just a bullshit Naruto. It's just a bullshit ass Naruto.
Fillers galore.
Yeah, just a lot of fillers, and then like a lot of people were just like I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of people were really like, one of my friends was like a huge like Rose Quartz, aka Pink Diamond fan, and I hated her after I started hating pink, like almost when the season of Steven Universe ended.
The
'Cause
amount of problems she fucking caused.
Yeah, and it made me like I was like, because I remember telling the friend, I was like, man, I'm not gonna lie, I know I used to hate yellow, blue, and white diamond, but at least they kind of, I guess you kind of, we were thinking about like, yeah, they did some evil stuff too, but
Them bitches
it wasn't
committed
like,
fucking war crimes, my guy. Not
yeah,
just some.
well, it was mainly for pink. Like, if you really think about it, yellow and blue were basically trying to find, basically I guess couldn't handle the death of pink.
Grieving. Yeah.
White was just perfection, but like, pink on the other hand was just a shitty, like, she was just a spoiled shitty person. She was like PB.
Behavior that resembling that of a child.
Yeah.
More often than not, throwing a tantrum.
There were a lot of massive simps for Pink Diamond. So was Bubblegum, but Bubblegum is also a shitty person. Which didn't
The
I
amount
didn't
of
realize
lies that Finn was told. 18.
Yeah.
Bitch, you're what was it? You're almost you must be a bazillion years old. And then the awkward laugh, of course, to just like brush it off, like.
No.
He knows.
Take this dude out.
Okay, then again,
like
for being a hero, or quote unquote hero, he did a lot of shitty things too.
True. I don't know. Was it? It's like, yeah. I guess every hero has their flaws.
Oh yeah, that's to be expected though. I mean, they wouldn't be much of a human, I'd say, if they didn't. But you gotta ask yourself here, like, after a certain point, they really start to deviate from the fucking values that they originally held. Massively in some cases, and it's never really for the better that they change. More often than not.
Yeah.
And going back to like our first like conversation and shit, Scourge. After a certain point, it's okay to be a villain.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck are you?
Cheap
Oh no. Great tick. And I am not going back in. I'm not going back in there.
Where did you go?
I'm in this log cabin and found a tick and ow!
Those fuckers got disease.
I got fucking rads.
Yeah, they carry that too. Some might argue that those are worse than... Oh, what the fuck? I'm sorry, that's a big-ass spider. Sorry, I had one on my foot.
Ow, what the fuck am I getting hit by? Oh, no!
The power of bullshit.
No, fuck, you shouldn't be... Ah, no. Fuck, no.
You need a hand? I can't run there. I cannot run there, I'm sorry.
No, I'm going to you. Fuck.
Fuck. I'm getting to you. Wherever the fuck you are, it can't be much worse than this. It can be, Scourge, and I'm sorry.
Oh, that scared the fuck out of me.
There's the occasional tick here too, but I have a weapon that'll clear him out. So you don't gotta worry.
I had a
too
weapon
much.
too, but I was just getting some wood, and then these fucking giant ass. Like, this is why I think I would hate to live in 76. Everything is large for no fucking reason.
Fucking looking at the fucking like ticks and ants. Bitch, you have no business being that fucking big.
Like, seriously, I'm thinking, like, first of all, I was like, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, looking at this, I'm like, I'm like a tick, and I'm like, why the fuck are you so huge?
Radiation and evolution treated you lovely. Oh yeah, the fucking rad roaches. I would hate that. And here's why. And I think I've mentioned it to Scourge already. And the main thing I was going to say was like, I already have a roach problem, in the sense that my room is right next to a garage. And because I try to keep my room semi-cold, because I rather enjoy the cold and I'm not bothered by it all that often.
There are giant sloths. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Why the fuck are there giant sloths? And if they attack you, then I feel like this game is false. Is not accurate.
Actually, sloths can be very fast. They just have to want to. More often than not, like they can be pretty dangerous.
Or giant bats that shoot sun.
They shoot
What?
diseases. Those bats shoot diseases too.
Flying diseases. The
You flying
Everything-
disease-ridden varmints?
everything is too big and shouldn't be fucking spreading diseases. Motherfuckers, what the fuck they are? This isn't Daredevil. Shooting sonic rays at me. They shoot sonic ray disease. That's
Hardball.
how I get cancer.
Are you near me, by the way, Scourge? Did you fast travel to me?
I fast traveled to 76. Level 76.
Oh, I am on the opposite side.
Oh, I will fast travel to you because I was at the lumberjack spot. I was trying to get wood and I was going inside this freaking cabin and shit. The next thing I know, I got fucking attacked by a tick.
I could use your assistance.
I don't know which is worse. Then again, I think I'd rather deal with this BS than the fucking creatures in goddamn Ark. Because, no offense, Ark, I don't get me wrong, I love the game, but I hate playing it at the same time because everything just had Black Force energy for no fucking reason.
You have no business being this fucking strong. Why are there 12 alphas in the locale? Since when are jellyfish able to produce a shock that reaches 12 feet outwards? Why is there an anglerfish near the shore? None of this makes sense.
You be having a nice time. You hear, why do I hear boss music?
It's a fucking
Oh,
raptor. Like chasing the
rap-
shit out of you.
And then you're like, Hawk, you can't reach me in the water.
And then it
They're
starts fucking
swimming.
swimming. I think my the worst time was like when I fucking pulled like that one fucking video. It's like the anglerfish with feet inside. The fucking what?
What?
In the mire? No. Oh, where am I? where am I? I'm pretty sure I'm around the mire too. Fuck.
Wait, where are you? I don't even see you on the map.
I'm on like the far right, my guy.
Oh, fast travel to you. Oh, you're in more space.
No.
Why is that? What God created?
Okay.
What nuke? Who was inside the nuke?
Scourge. I need to help you find the Mothman, so I can just tell you straight up. You look at that. You look at the Mothman and tell me there's a god.
What this game needs is morals and values. Look at that creature right there and tell me there's a god. He made me in his own image.
Thank you for getting that reference. You look at that and tell me there's a god. He made me in his own image.
Well, I'm at the mire. I'm at the steps.
I need to find a signal booster. Oh, I'll be right there. Because there's two areas I gotta head to. I'll
What
pick you
the
up on
fuck is this? What was in those nukes?
high levels of radiation. But okay, it makes you think here because after like the I can't remember the fucking name of this like sort of principle or like rule, but there is a rule that more or less states like you're going to get bigger. You're going to expand in width before you expand in height. You're going to build up more mass before you like get any bigger, you know, in height. Because after a certain point, you'll collapse under your own weight. It's going to be too stressful. That's why you have things like ants, for example, who are capable of lifting I don't know how many times, you know, their own weight. that
is
is
fucking
impressive
insane.
for their size, but then again, they're not able to really. Oh, my knee. Okay, wait, no, I'm not. I'm actually fine. Never mind the accent.
This game gives me like chills for no fucking
Oh,
reason. Like I shouldn't
oh,
be
wait a
afraid of.
sec. Can I? Why can't I trade with you? Why? Oh,
I
lovely.
can trade with you.
I can't trade with you.
Well, maybe we shouldn't trade today.
Yeah, there's blood bugs. Okay, follow me. There should
Like
be.
this game gives me more. No. I'm sorry. Art gives me more chill for no. Like Art gives me. I have to
Mm,
clench my ass cheeks when I fucking play Art.
everywhere I
That
go in
game is.
76, like, oh shit. I usually stay ducked under. Sorry. I usually stay ducked
Like
under.
how it says deadly disease, fucking mosquitoes. What the fucking things are?
Fucking, yeah, mosquitoes. Vampiric blood bugs, the more they hit you, the more they're gonna heal. Fucking
Go away, go away.
I hate those fucking things.
God, you
Mothman just want the lamp though. Magic rats. Okay, no. Mothman, I love the Mothman memes, right? Favorite. Love them. But what I hate, okay, is the Mothman, like, in this game. Because he is a fucking tank. He wastes so many of my bullets. But I love seeing him, but it's like, every time I do, it's like, fucking, I don't even know how to describe. Other than he's a fucking deity who's decided today is the day that his existence is going to be my problem. Normally that's my job. I'll walk it around like, you know, I'm going to make my existence everyone else's fucking problem. I love doing that. It's fucking hilarious. But in this case, the tables have turned. The turned tables. I have disease cures when you get across, so you should be okay. There is a peaceful one, though. Yeah, actually, there is. And I'm grateful for their existence. Ah, shit, I didn't mean to fucking eat all of my alcohol. Oh, and I froze.
You did?
Yeah, okay, this gives me a chance to restart the stream and restart the game.
I'm gonna go back to where I came because I don't know what the fuck is over
There's
here.
nothing over here. I was crouching, I didn't find anything. So just give me a second, I'll spawn back in as close as I can to you. Alright, be right back, Andrew.